A few days ago, we asked you guys to send us some funny voice clips to show how you would tell someone that they smell bad. But we didn't expect the response that we got at all. Some people were really mean, some people were kind, and one person actually made a whole TikTok about it. But it was this comment from our friend Greg here that inspired today's video. Now he sent us 3 different options. The first one was just terrible, the second one was just okay, but the third option, well, let me show you what we mean. Now Greg's last suggestion was to have an AI choose a pet for him based on his lifestyle. So instead of putting any of these to use, we figured, hey, why not take Greg up on his offer? Why not let AI choose a pet for us to get? And after all, we are an AI channel. So with that in mind, we used an AI to generate for potential pets for us to choose from. Then we had another AI pick the pet that would be best suited for us. And the results definitely did not disappoint. So for those of you who missed yesterday's video, we briefly covered Chat's new image generator, which is called Image Gen. We asked it to create 4 images of a man getting a present, each with a different type of animal. And we wanted to see which one would be the best fit for us. Now if you recall, we ended up with a cat, a dog, a bird, and even a frog. And much like Greg, we also struggled with which one to choose. So we had to use our own judgment in the end. But while thinking about it, we had a better idea. What if instead of picking from these for ourselves, we had another AI do it for us? That way, we could see what logic it used to decide which pet it thought was the best for us. So as we mentioned, we are an AI channel. We post about artificial intelligence every single day. And the main goal with this experiment was to show just how easy it is to use OpenAI's new tools. If you haven't already guessed, we are huge fans of AI and technology in general. We love finding ways to make our lives easier and more efficient, and we think AI is doing just that. So we asked ChatGPT to select which of the 4 animals it thinks would be the most suitable pet for us and why. As we mentioned before, our only clue was that we are big fans of AI and technology. So we'll let the bot explain its choice. It turns out it went with the bird. It said that given our love for technology, we might appreciate the high-tech aspects of taking care of a bird. It recommended us to look into the high-tech feeders that can be connected to Wi-Fi and can dispense food at scheduled times. They can monitor the bird's eating habits, adjust portion sizes, and even alert us if there's any unusual activity. There are also automated cleaning systems available that keep the cage clean and fresh. In addition, it suggested that we consider a smart camera that allows us to remotely check on our feathered friend and interact with it through audio communication, and even some toys controlled via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. While this makes sense, it does feel like the AI is trying a bit too hard. Sure, we love AI and technology, but we're not sure that dictates what type of pet we should get. However, that's the thing about AI. It only has access to the information that we feed it. So if we want better results, we need to give it more details about ourselves. Instead of just saying, we are AI lovers, we decided to give ChatGPT 10 statements about ourselves and then have it pick the perfect pet for us. Some of these were true while others were false. Here are the 10 things we told it about ourselves. We are a team of 2 people. We live in Toronto, Canada. We've had pets before. We exercise at least 3 times a week. We work from home. We don't have a yard. We are very busy during the week. We are willing to spend over an hour a day playing with a pet. We have allergies. And finally, we prefer a pet that doesn't shed. ChatGPT then took all 10 of these statements and came up with a list of pros and cons for each one of them. And it turns out that 3 of them were deal breakers. For example, since we don't have a yard, it ruled out a dog. And because we are very busy during the week and work from home, it ruled out the bird. And because we said we are allergic to something, it ruled out the cat, which left us with 1, the frog. And while this time the reasoning was a lot better, none of these statements were actually true. Not a single one. Does it matter though? Because even though we fed it false information, the result was still a lot better than what we got before. And we are pretty sure that if we tried this again, we'd get the same result. So with that, we decided to run the experiment again, but this time with the correct information. We repeated the exact same process, giving it 10 statements, letting it analyze them, give us the pros and cons, but this time we lied again. This time we pretended that we don't like dogs, cats or birds, and that we never had a pet before. And wouldn't you know it, it once again picked a frog. Okay, so maybe it's on to something here. Maybe a frog would really be the best pet for us, or maybe it's just really good at lying. Either way, we had a blast messing around with this tool. But there's one question we couldn't help but ask. Is ChatGPT more right than wrong? In other words, did it actually pick the best pet for us? Now, we're not going to get a definitive answer to that, but we can at least take a stab at it. Just to be clear, we are not telling you to go out and get a frog. We are not even telling you to take Chat's advice. All we're doing is seeing if it's capable of such a task. And we're happy to report that yes, it absolutely is. But the truth is, it's probably not ready yet. See, when we ran the experiment with false information, it still gave us plausible reasons why we should get a frog. Even though we said we have allergies, it told us that frogs don't cause allergies. When we said we don't like cats, dogs, or birds, it told us that frogs are different from other common pets. While these statements may technically be true, that doesn't make them any less false. What we mean is that it's important to remember that ChatGPT is just a language model. It uses statistical analysis to determine the likelihood of certain events happening. It's great at spotting patterns and relationships in data, but it doesn't actually understand the data itself. In other words, it doesn't really know what a frog is or what it means to have a pet. So for now, we'll leave the job of picking our next pet up to us. But who knows, maybe in the future it will be able to find us the perfect match. After all, it knows us better than we know ourselves, right? Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay notified about our latest videos. Also, we'd like to take a moment to say thank you to all of our supporters for their generous support. Your contributions truly help us create more videos like this, and we really appreciate your generosity. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.